So this topic brings me to my next topic. So this was just an example. What I personally believe is, poor people, like like the gangsters or like just like criminals in general.
Mhm.
I feel like they do crime because they have no other way to get money, right? So that's why they do crime. Like for feeding their family, they have to rob somebody.
Yes and no.
So
Yeah.
Yes and no.
and then
always
wait. And then like once you do a bad habit, once you do a bad thing, it just becomes a habit. It's like a
Yeah.
compounding thing, right?
Uh-huh.
It keeps happening. You're gonna keep
Mhm.
going back to it. It's like snorting coke or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah.
And you're gonna have to do more and more bad.
Mhm.
And then that once you see that money come in, you become more greedy.
Mhm.
So now you have enough money to provide for your family, but you're gonna become even more greedy and do bigger crimes and rob more people or do whatever. That's what I think happens in society, especially if you're born in a poor class.
That's
Um,
true. Most people who resort to crime
Right.
are because rich people rob people too.
Right.
They're just
But it's
lazy.
legal robbery.
Yeah,
In my opinion.
they manipulate the system in their own way.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the poor class right now. People who are born in a poor class and go to crime as their escape,
Hmm.
in my opinion, are just lazy.
Okay.
They're lazy. They don't want to put in the work. They were raised in a poor family or a
Uh-huh.
poor society,
Mhm.
so in their head, they
Right.
think they're stuck.
Right.
They don't bother putting in the effort, hard work, research, because if you do this, there's always a way. There's always a way. That's something life taught. There is always a way out, unless you kill somebody. Like unless it's too late and you like screw up big time. But if you're just starting off and you're struggling,
In first world, let's make that clear. In first world, there's always a
okay,
way.
first world,
In
yeah.
my opinion,
Yeah.
Yeah, so in first world, like there's
like Canada and America, blah blah blah.
crime is a mentality. It's a sickness. It's an addiction to people.
Right.
That's
That's
my-
what it
that's-
eventually gets there.
Exactly. So it becomes an addiction to them. That adrenaline rush when they're robbing someone or
Or
like
selling drugs.
hitting a lick, selling
Yeah.
drugs. They enjoy that, or they just resort to it because they think they're too deep and they can't get out, or they think that's their only option. When really it's not.
Mhm.
Sometimes it is. Like I'm just saying sometimes, but most of the time I just think criminals are just lazy people.
What would you think about like big mafia or I don't know?
Okay, these
The
are
big big mafias are like actually business masterminds in my opinion.
well, yes.
But they just decide to use business in a different way.
If you talk mafia tools,
But they had to
Origins.
they had to start off with nothing.
exactly.
Like if you go way
Way
back.
back, they were
Right.
just a bunch of lazy people. Yo, don't come after me, please. You guys, real shit. I don't fuck with y'all out here. Mafia.
My friend, yeah. Like,
Y'all hiring.
don't hire me though.
Don't hire me. Good luck. But I feel like these organizations, they have to start somewhere. Right? Either with really, really rich people who got corrupt over time, because
Right.
some people get rich through corruption. Because once you get
Right.
that taste of power and authority, once you have that, once you build your way
And
up
money.
there,
You
But
believe
that,
that people are lower.
corruption is also a crime too, right?
exactly.
So-
People start taking advantage of their success.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They
Mhm.
get hungry for more
Right.
because they're not happy with the amount of money they had.
It
So
goes
they
back to our
chase
last
another
topic.
kind of high. Yeah, hey, some
Yeah.
people are actually pressured into it because some people who have high influence or high power, they get approached by an organization,
Mhm.
do this to us, will harm your family. That's a different scenario. I'm not talking about that. But people who choose to do that, they either lazy or they're just like not content. There's always a better way to do things.
Right. What do you think? Going back to like the poor.
So yeah, I'm just
second
thinking
episode.
about my home country, right? Because right
Mhm.
now, like we're not a very rich country.
Right.
uh,
Even though they're in Europe.
Can you just tell the people where you're from?
so I'm from Albania, and
Good. If an Albanian girl out here is trying to find a man, He's here, of course.
Okay.
He's a pretty boy too.
Yeah, but I'm also here.
Maybe
Yo, man, if your girl's gonna watch it, you about to get your ass smacked.
I'm a vlogger.
I'm a vlogger. Don't show the video.
Vlogger.
Yeah, but
Love you, babe.
yeah, but in my country, the whole government is what is it called? Is
Corrupt.
operated by corrupted people, right?
Right.
It's not that the people like you see young politicians who
Mhm.
get in the government, but because these other older politicians who have been in the politics for so many years and know
Right.
how things work, they easily corrupt the new people,
Right.
right? So they.
They have much more power.
They give this high to the new
Mhm.
generation
Right.
of politicians.
Mhm.
So the people that are at top right now are the ones who are building a society with such a poor mentality. Because you were saying like some people are lazy, right? But there are also other times where people who are in control build in such a way. Because I could easily go back in not easily, it's not easy, but I could go back in Albania and try my best to become a politician to
Right.
help to improve my home country, right? But as soon as I reach a level, I'm 100% sure that these people who are above me, so to say, with experience, money-wise, and connections, will try to press me down if I try to go against them. So I will
yeah,
have
that's 100%.
two choices, right? I'll have either to do what they have done before, or go against them and have some consequences.
Right.
So it's not always being lazy, but also where you are, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, here in Canada and America, Germany, etc., it's easier to go to such a level,
Right.
to become rich through hard work.
Right.
But places like very poor places, it's way more difficult than it seems.
Yeah.
It's
So that's
not-
why I said like in first world.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to talk about third world, we can just go really in depth.
So
Maybe some other episode.
Yeah.
But
also, some people are not lazy. They say, why should I? Like that's true. It's laziness
Some
to
people play
think.
the victim.
Right.
People play the
Yeah.
victim. Are just lazy. People play the victim are lazy because everyone is a victim. Everyone out here goes experience life. Some people harder than others. Some people so much easier than others. Depends on where you're born.
so yeah, so now what I was thinking, let's say like
You
northeast.
can just let him.
Oh yeah. Like you want to finish yours?
Oh, I was just saying how just life happens with everyone, and you shouldn't use it as an excuse to resort to crime
Right.
or just hurting other people. Because everyone has his own story. Don't judge a book by its cover, unless you have thought. But other than that, just be nice.
Mhm.
Don't be a victim. Be a warrior.
But I feel like sometimes people go into crime because they're born around crime.
That's true.
And then it takes a really strong mental person, right? A really strong and smart. Like if you're born in a neighborhood, like if you're born in Northeast and all your friends, like all of us, let's say we're like criminals, been in and out of jail, and it was a cool thing. Like for Northeast kids, like it's a cool thing. Like yo, I went to fucking jail, bro. I did 2
Northeast
hours.
here in Calgary?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Northeast dudes.
I'm like,
I don't fuck with them.
I'm like, if you compare the Northeast here to Albania,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Or
of course.
Egypt,
But
or
I'm,
India,
just,
even-
I'm just saying criminal people, right? It's
Yeah.
it's a cool thing
Criminal
for
people.
them. It's a cool thing for them to like do crimes. Like yo,
Yeah.
I fucking shoot a dude out if I want to.
I feel like
type of thing.
if you
right?
look at crime as a cool thing, no offense, you're a fucking child.
You're a fucking dumbass.
You're immature as shit.
Yeah.
People who, like, because I know criminals who look at crime as it's the job now. It's a full time job. They don't like it, but they accepted the reality
Yeah.
of who they are. It's not
Yeah.
right, but if you look at it as a cool thing, if you think you're just cool because you're doing crime, man, you need to get the fuck out of high school and grow the fuck up.
True, true. So yeah, as I was saying, like if you were born in a crime area, right? All your friends were doing crime and stuff like that. It would take a really strong and smart person to reject it, right? Because that's a norm for them.
Mm-hmm.
So what was my point with that? Fuck, I forget.
But I would say that also depends a lot on the parents, right? Because they are the ones who grow the kid.
Right, but like there's a certain point that you listen to your parents.
That's true.
Because eventually, once you grow up,
You want to be like your friends.
you
You want to do what
right,
your friends are doing.
right, especially.
But yeah, at the same time, your parents play a big role on how you judge your
100%.
judge your friends. Sorry.
100%.
Yeah, and with who do you want to be friends with, right?
Right.
If you want to do what they're doing or not. Because I see it myself. I've had, Bena, it's easy to become a bad guy. To
Right,
be like,
exactly.
I'm tough. Like as you said,
Yeah.
if you find, if you think you're cool because you're killing people or those type of
Selling
things.
drugs or whatever.
Yeah, those type of
Right.
things. It's very easy.
Mhm.
I had, there were kids on my middle school or even the elementary school. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there were kids, right, 10, 12 years old, and they're like, oh, yeah, I got a knife and this and that. I remember on my middle school, grade 6 or 7, something like that.
Yeah.
There were this guy. He's like 13, 12 years old. He bring knives in
Yeah.
class, and he's like, look at me, I'm so cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to
Wow.
get established, bro. No, that's the book
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
And this guy, I'm so cool and this and that. I know this guy, and he's supposed to be like the top guy.
Yeah.
Right? But I wasn't relating with him. I wasn't like
Right.
saying, "Oh yeah, I want to be like him." That's because of how my parents like raised me.
Uh-huh.
Now it could be like their parents got raised in a bad way too, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that affected them. But at the same time, it's a huge responsibility on the family to raise a good child.
That's
So to
true.
say, if they want to raise a
Like
good
the
child.
basic morals that your parents provide are the foundation of your are the
Of
building
your
blocks of
whole
who
life.
you're gonna be in the future.
Exactly.
Of
Right.
your whole life.
So yeah, that's 100% true.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think because when I first came to Canada, there were we were poor. Like when we first came, we were
Mhm.
poor, so we were living in a poor community and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So in like poor community, of course, there's gonna be like more dudes who are like tough
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
cool
yeah.
guy. And then like they would like act tough. And they would try to like recruit me one time. Because it was like a cool thing for them to recruit a fob and make them do their work and shit like
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
And I was like, I stood up and I was like, y'all motherfuckers are stupid, blah blah blah, and like never.
Bang. No more rag.
And I was like, yeah, so yeah, basically, like parents, when you're young, they play an important role
Yeah.
because the building blocks when you're young.